So we mentioned about the JMK Award that you won in 2016 with Katori Hall's The Mountaintop at the Young Vic, and which was a great play about Martin Luther King's last day before being assassinated in 1968. I was wondering, like, why did you feel you wanted to do this play?
I mean, the way that I came to it is that I wanted to win the award.
Okay.
And that play was on the list. And I had never read the play before. And I remember buying a copy and it arrived. And I think I was working at the Royal Court at the time. And I was like, okay, I just need to read it this morning on the way to work. Well, like I woke up early and was like, I'm gonna read it before I get to work so that after work I can start on my application. And I basically, I got up, had a shower, started reading the play, got dressed a bit, carried on reading the play, started eating breakfast, reading the play, walking up this massive hill where I used to live in Streatham, walking up this massive hill, reading the play. And then I got on a bus, and I took this bus and arrived in Clapham, like near Clapham Common. Because I used to get the 137 to Sloane Square. And for some reason the bus stopped. And like everyone had to get off. It terminated there for some reason. So I got off.
As it usually happens in London.
Yeah, of course. And I arrived, I'd like got to like near the end of the play. And it was like the moment where Martin Luther King is stood on the metaphorical mountaintop looking out at the beauty of like what the world could be. And I looked around and I just burst into tears. And I thought, 50 years ago, I wouldn't be sat on that bus. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have been stood in Clapham looking around at like an exciting melting pot of different people in this city, but also recognizing that there's so much more work to do in terms of like equality in our world. And so at that moment I kind of was like, wow, yeah, this play has to be a call to action. And that was when I decided this is what I'm gonna do.
And you did great, as you got your award. Great, yeah.
Thank you.
So the play actually had been staged before. What do you think were your sort of distinctive decisions that really made a difference in your production? Because I thought it was quite different from many others.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never seen the play. I've only ever seen my production of it,
Right.
Which is always usually helpful. But because then I know that my ideas are coming from my understanding of the text and my kind of instinctive choices and the team that I'm with who make the production with me. But I felt like one of the things that was really important is that like dramaturgically, the character Kamei, the maid, it feels like she drives that story. There is no story if she's not in that room. But also the idea that she had been elevated to such a level of status that she could match Dr. King and challenge Dr. King kind of made me feel like, who are we to kind of like idolize him actually and make him a demigod? That in a way stops us somehow from being as active as we might be able to be individually, because we're constantly relying on somebody to do it. So I guess in my production, in our production even, it felt really important to allow the audience to feel an affinity with Kamei. They had to feel connected to her. They had to feel like she has lived in our world as well as in that time.